What's good, y'all? Back with Streets, freestyle cooking with Streets. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everybody out there is staying safe. Well, I got another great video to share with y'all, like always. Anybody new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell for new videos and great videos on my channel, y'all. I got a lot of recipes. Y'all absolutely love it. All right? So thanks for coming through. Of course, you know I got another good one for y'all. We about to get it in. All right? So today, as you can see, I got on the board, we're going to make some oxtails, y'all. Freestyle cooking with Street style oxtails, man. You know what I mean? I love oxtails. You know what I mean? I've been meaning to share this video with y'all, and we about to get it in, man. You feel me? All right, so on the board you see, I got some oxtails. I bought some small size oxtails because the way we're going to do them today is we're going to do them where we're going to cut our cooking time in half, because oxtails do take a little bit of time to cook, right? But I'm going to show you a way and a recipe where we can cook them fast, still get that flavor, still get that flow that you love with oxtails. You feel me? So I started by getting my my local market had these small ones, as you can see. So I got these because it's going to help with our cooking time. You feel me? You know, normally you'll see the oxtails, you go to your butcher shop, meat market, or whatever. They got the real big chunks of oxtails with the fat and this, that, and the other, which would take a little bit more time for the meat to tenderize and cook and all that. So I got the smaller one so that can help with our time. All right, and this is about 2.5 pounds. We about to get it in, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we about to get this meat seasoned up. I already washed it, cleaned it off. You know what I mean? Got them real clean. Got my meat clean, ready to go. Let's get it seasoned, y'all. Let's do it. Okay. First, what I want to do is I want to go ahead, got me some kosher salt. We're going to season our oxtails with some salt. You can be a little bit generous with the salt, get it up in the meat. Like I said, I got about 2.5 pounds. So I'm going to put a couple of teaspoons of salt up in here, y'all. Make sure I got salt definitely all up on my oxtails. Alright. Next, I'm going to add some black pepper. Same thing, y'all. Couple of teaspoons, you know. And you know, you can't overdo it with the salt and pepper, especially if you got the thick oxtails, mixed oxtails, because you just want to make sure you get your salt and pepper all up in your meat. Alright. Alright, next, I'm going to add about matter of fact, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of onion powder. Add a tablespoon, y'all. Next, I got some adobo, some all-purpose seasoning, you know, whatever you got. I'm going to add a tablespoon of that. And like I said, depending on the size of your meat is how you will determine how much seasoning you need. I got 2.5 pounds, so a tablespoon. I want to get my meat seasoned real good, y'all, because I want my oxtails real nice and tasty. Next, I'm going to add about a teaspoon paprika. Next, I want to add this tasty sauce. They got a YouTube channel where they do cooking videos, cooking shows. Y'all should check it out. Look it up. Tasty. It's definitely, they do it like on a quick style, real quick flow. But they got the seasons that I noticed in the store. Tried it. I like it. And it got garlic, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, blended seasoning. We're gonna add a little bit of that, y'all. This is optional. This is what I wanted to add to it because I like it. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon. Next, I'm going to add some of my Maggi hot and spice seasoning. Now I'm adding this now because normally when you make oxtails, you use like a Scotch bonnet pepper to give it a little bit of spice, you know, to your food. But I don't have any, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this to give me that little bit of spice because I don't have that pepper. If you have any kind of other hot peppers you can use, I haven't. It's like, y'all, I be slipping sometimes. Like I try to keep my peppers on deck. but I ain't have no hot peppers, y'all. Next, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of allspice seasoning. There we go. Next, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. There we go. About a tablespoon. Do a tablespoon of soy sauce. All right, next, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of tomato paste. Ain't got no tomato paste on hand. You can go ahead and use ketchup. Next, I'm gonna add some browning sauce. Whatever browning sauce that you have, this is gonna add the color, to our oxtails. And I'm using I got only thing I had some Gravy Master, browning seasoning. So we're gonna use that, but not a whole lot, y'all. Just about two teaspoons. That's good. All right, next I got me some fresh garlic chopped up. I didn't mince it. I just cut it up in slices. So we're gonna get that up in there. I have a whole red onion chopped up in there. Next, I got me some red, yellow, green bell peppers. Boom. Next, I got some green onions. Next, I got some fresh thyme, parsley, and rosemary up in there, y'all. The fresh herbs up in that. You know what I'm saying? All right, now that I got everything up in the bowl, y'all, we're going to mix it all up. So get your hands in there, get your gloves on, and mix it on up, y'all. I can already smell the flavors of everything that's in this bowl popping off. It smells so good, man. We just want to go ahead and massage the meat and all the seasoning, vegetables, ingredients. Oh my goodness. Telling y'all gonna love this recipe, man. Y'all gonna find yourself making this all the time, man. Showing off for y'all peoples. But that's what we do. Freestyle Cooking with Streets, man. We share this so that, we can step our game up. That's why I appreciate y'all tuning in, flowing with me. You dig? Alright. Now that we got that all mixed up, I'm gonna go ahead, put a top on it, wrap it up, and let it marinate. I'm gonna let it marinate for about an hour. They say, put it this way. A lot of people who make oxtails, they say marinated for a day, even 2 days sometimes. Bottom line is, whenever it comes to marinating, the longer you marinate, the more flavor your meat is going to have. So, whether it's chicken, oxtails, beef, whatever you're doing, the longer you marinate anything, the better it's going to be. Okay, but we're going to do this because, I'm bringing it to y'all. Plus, I'm hungry. I'm keeping it 100. I'm going to marinate this at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half or two. You know what I'm saying? But at least an hour, just to let it, because I massage the seasonings up in it, and these aren't the really big pieces of oxtail, so there's kind of small pieces. So I mean, if I had the bigger pieces, I'd probably let it marinate for a couple hours, 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? But there's times that I've marinated my meat overnight. But since I'm bringing it to y'all, I'm trying to show y'all how to do this quick and still get good flavor, good meal, and be good. All right, so we're gonna do this for at least a minimum hour. You gotta let it marinate a little bit, y'all. Y'all can't just throw it in there for 5 minutes or just go right there. Nah, you want that good flavor, at least an hour, a little longer. But it's up to you. The longer, the better. All right, so we're gonna cover this up. Come back to y'all. Okay guys, my oxtails are done marinating. Like I said, a minimum of an hour, you know what I mean? The longer, the better. Feel me? Alright, so now that I got them ready, I got another bowl. I'm gonna take my oxtails and put them in another bowl, y'all. I'm gonna leave all my seasonings and vegetables in this bowl, okay? And transfer all my oxtails that's nice and marinated up to another bowl. There we go. Got all my oxtails out the bowl that I marinated them in. There go all the veggies and the juices from the marinade. We're going to use that later. Alright, so now we want to go ahead and sear these up. Alright, so I'm going to break out the big boy to sear these things up. You know what I mean? Let's do it! Alright, broke out the big boy pan. We about to get these oxtails seared up. And I love this pan, y'all. It's a nice big size pan. I could cook a lot of food in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's about like a 14-inch, something like that. So y'all can see, compared to my 12-inch skillet, you feel me? Look how husky that thing is, y'all. Love this pan, y'all. You can fry a lot of chicken, fish, man. You gotta get one of these large cast iron pans, man. You gotta have one. You gotta have a cast iron in y'all stable. Just put it that way. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my burner on, and I want to get my pan nice and hot before I add my oil. Now that my pan is nice and hot, took about a minute or two. I'm gonna go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of oil, y'all. That's the big boy. I might have to use both hands on that. Get the oil all around. Alright. Alright, now after letting my oil heat up for a second, I'm going to go ahead and start adding my oxtails, y'all. And we're going to sear these on each side for at least 2 to 3 minutes. We're just going to get them nice, real nice color on them, y'all. Oh yeah, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Try to get as many in the big boy pan as we can. Alright. That's all I can fit in there right now, y'all. Alright. I thought all my oxtails was going to fit up in the big boy. But you don't want to crowd the pan either. Okay? So we're going to sear these on each side for a few minutes, y'all. So now we're going to flip. We're going to flip our oxtails, y'all. There we go. We want to get a nice sear on them. Alright. Look at that, y'all. Nice sear on them. And we're going to let that side ride for another couple of minutes, y'all. Then we're going to remove them from the pan. Okay, y'all. This is the last of my second batch because remember I couldn't fit all my oxtails up in the big boy pan. Alright, so after these are done, we're going to remove them, and all that stuff on the bottom of your pan, what you think is sticking to your pan and all that, or it's burning on it. No, that is the fine, y'all. That is flavor we're going to use. We're going to deglaze the pan. We're going to deglaze the pan. I'm sorry, and use that flavor on the pan. Don't even sweat it. Alright, y'all. I got my oxtails up out the pan. Now we're about to deglaze the pan, y'all. Okay. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of white wine. Normally here I would use red wine. I think it's better. But I don't have any, so I'm using the white wine as a substitute. Okay. And there you go. See, we just scrape off the little bits off the bottom, come up real easy, y'all. But we want that flavor though. We want all that flavor. Some of the seasoning that came off the marinade is in here too. Look at that, y'all. We're just gonna let that reduce a little bit, and then after it reduces a little bit, I'm gonna add some water. Now at this point also, sorry again, I would add some beef stock, but I don't have no beef stock, but I got some beef bouillon cubes. So we're gonna use that as our workaround once we get, you know, our pan totally deglazed, our water up in there. And we'll drop a bouillon cube up in there. Alright, and get it with our oxtails, y'all. Freestyle cooking with streets, man. This is how we doing it, man. You know, Jamaicans, you know, they got a traditional way of how they make their oxtails, so it's no disrespect to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I love oxtails. I love, you know, just Jamaican food, period. But right now, just trying to show y'all a way. Or sometimes when you're in the middle of a recipe and you go to your pantry, you go to your cabinet and you don't have what you need, sometimes you got to be able to adjust on the fly. That's what we're doing right now, y'all. Freestyling. It's still gonna come out nice, good, tasty, flavorful. You feel me? But I'm letting y'all know at the same time. So if you watch my video and you try this recipe at home, you could try to get the things that you need ahead of time. See? I'm giving it to y'all right now live on the spot. Alright. Now that that's reduced a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add some water. There you go. Add about 2 cups. It's about 2 cups. Got my bouillon cube. I'm going to drop that in there. Alright. I'm going to break that up. Get that bouillon cube up in there. I'm just going to stir this up. Bring it to a boil. And then we're going to transfer it to, I got my pot. Let me show y'all. So I got my all-in-one pot with my seared oxtails. They looking good already, but they ain't ready yet, y'all. They ain't ready yet. Okay, so we're gonna let this bring this pot boil, then we're gonna transfer the liquid over. Alright. Oh yeah, y'all. As y'all can see, I got this flowing. And there we go, y'all. You feel me? Beef bouillon, some water. We got some, you know, it's basically like we replicating the stock. Got the flavor, all the seasoning off the bottom of the pan. Oh yeah, it just smells so good. I wish I could smell this right now, wouldn't it? The fresh herbs up in there. I'm just smelling the thyme up in that joint. The rose, I'm smelling the garlic. I'm smelling, yeah. Try this recipe, y'all. I got to. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pour this liquid into my pot with the oxtails. Alright, so y'all gotta give me a second because this is the big boy. I need 2 hands. Just before I moved on, I wanted y'all to see what the pan looked like after I dumped the liquid out. Now, this is the one thing you got to love about cast iron. You feel me? Especially if you treat your cast iron right and take care of it. You see how when you're cooking, you're thinking that, oh, I'm burning, stuff is sticking to the pan, it's going to be hard to clean and this, that, and the other. Deglazing the pan, look at this, y'all. Oh, let me get something, it's a little hot. Look at that, y'all. All I gotta do now is wipe the pan out. You know, as long as your pan is good, you got a good seasoned cast iron pan, that's ready to go, y'all. You feel me? Everything came up with the deglaze, with the white wine, and you could deglaze the pan with white wine, stock, even water, y'all. Okay? So I just wanted to show y'all that on the side note. You know what I mean? Now let's get to our oxtails. All right, we got the big boy put up. Here go our oxtails. I poured the liquid from the pan into the pot here with the oxtails, and I got it on high. Okay. Now it's not enough. You know, it's a little bit of liquid. It's not enough to cover the oxtails, but that's what I want right now. Okay. because I want to go ahead and cook this for about a half hour on high with just a little bit of liquid and try to like braise the meat, you know, put a top on it, let the steam run through the meat so we can try to get it tender kind of fast, okay? Like I said, you know, oxtails take a nice time to cook when you really want them done right, but I'm trying to show you a real quicker way, you know, to reduce the time on what it normally takes. Okay, so it'll still take a little bit of time, but not the time it takes for, like I told you, the oxtail you get with the big pieces with a lot of fat on that and everything. All right, so set your pot to high, like I got mine. We're gonna get a cover, put it on top. We're gonna let it rock out for about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. There go my top. And you want to keep paying attention to it too. So, because if your liquid starts to reduce a little bit faster or evaporate faster, or, you know, just add a little bit more water, you know, for this particular time period. Okay? But you want to pay attention to it. Just don't walk away half hour, come back. You know, you got to pay attention to it, depending on how much liquid you came out of your pan or how many oxtails you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? So just watch it, pay attention to it, and let's rock for 30 minutes. Alright, y'all. It's been a half hour. Let's see what's going on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. It's definitely coming together. Still got a little bit of liquid in there. Right? Now, since I still got this little bit of liquid in there, I'm going to let this go for another 15 minutes, y'all. Because I'm going to add more water to this, and I'm going to add my veggies to this. So I'm going to let this go another 15 minutes. Just a little bit more, you know, let it steam a little bit more. Because, you know, I want it real tender. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, because once we add the water, we're going to slow cook it. So if you want to begin to slow cook it now, you can. But like I told y'all, we're trying to reduce the time. So I'm going to just let this liquid reduce a little bit more, let the meat braise and steam a little bit more, then add our water and add our veggies, and then we're going to slow cook this. Okay, y'all, I done let 15 minutes go past. Let's see what we're working with. Oh yeah, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. And what I meant to tell you is that you got to keep an eye on it because, you know, your liquid can go real fast. But yeah, this is what we want, y'all. Going to add some more water to this. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and get my vegetables from the marinade and add all that up in there. The juices, the seasoning, and everything. Get all that goodness up in there, y'all. All right, go ahead and stir that up. All right. Now I got some hot water, and I'm going to add some more hot water. This is about 4 more cups, but you just want enough to kind of cover your oxtails because we're going to slow cook it now. Okay, there we go, just like that. I also made a slurry, which is some cornstarch and water. Okay, where this is going to, you know, give me a little bit of, it's going to help me thicken my sauce. Okay, so I'm going to add it now. Okay, and I'm doing it this way because normally when you, when I deglaze the pan, you could have tried to make a gravy then or added flour, or when you sear the oxtails, you could dip them in flour then sear them. But instead, I decided that I was going to make a slurry and just add it to my liquid and slow cook it. Okay, so I'm going to pour that up in there. Get that mixed up real quick. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and slow cook this until the meat is tender to what you like. And if you want your meat falling off the bone, you know, you let it go long. Okay. If you want it just tender, where you can, rip it apart with your fork, which is what I'm going for. That's what we're trying to do. Okay. So I got it on a medium high, but I'm gonna bring it down to a medium, and we're gonna slow cook this until my meat is tender, and then I'll let y'all know how long it took. Okay. So far, man, we're doing good on time. So far, we're good on time. I mean, the only time it really took us is the marinade. Okay, that was the only time, that hour or so for the marinade, and basically the 30 minutes, 45 minutes to get it started, get it in the liquid, get it in the pot. And now this is the last process. So we're just going to go ahead and do this until it gets tender. All right, y'all, here we go. Been about an hour and a half. That's the time I gave it to see how tender I want my meat. And there we go, y'all. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Hold up. Made some rice. Let's get some of it up in there. Let's get some of our oxtails up in the rice, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Got our oxtails up on the rice. I got it tender how I want it. You see how it's just, the fork is just taking the meat off just like that. Oh yeah, y'all. There we go. There we go, y'all. Tasty, flavorful, definitely popping, y'all. Alright, so please subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell for more great videos. And I'm about to go in on this, y'all, and come back to y'all with another one. Alright, holla.